Hi, hello, and welcome to another edition, another episode of Executives Corner. My name is Simona Spilak, and I work with executives and leaders who are navigating through big changes in their life, and I am their guidance through those big steps of decision making. And today you are most probably here because you are in front of that big decision in your life. Most probably you are deciding either to leave the corporate job and to go after a new corporate job or establish your own business, so transitioning your career, or you might be facing a huge restructuring in your organization and you will have a number of layoffs. You might also say goodbye to some of your best colleagues in the company, and that's a huge responsibility. Or you might be in front of a new job. You just signed that big contract for a new position. You will be a first-time CEO, or you are taking over a global director role, and that's a huge change in your life. And of course, huge excitement, huge challenge, but as well a big responsibility. So if you are in such a situation, then I believe that you have that need and desire to navigate the change mindfully. And that's exactly what we will talk about today. I will lead you through 3 ways how to navigate the change mindfully. And of course, if we want to be mindful about a specific situation, first of all, we have to live in that moment. We have to understand what's going on, not only with the situation itself, but as well with us as a human beings, us as professionals, us as moms, dads, spouses. So to understand exactly what's in front of us and how to deal with that. And the 3 ways I would love to explain to you and share with you today are about making that change mindfully. And if you love this topic and you might feel that there is somebody out there who might benefit from discussing it or sharing and listening to it as well, then do share this video with them. But as always, you are invited to share your questions, your comments below this video, and I will answer to all of them as soon, of course, as we come to those. And yes, so how to navigate the change? The change is constantly there. We know that, and that's a fact. But the interesting thing is how to navigate that change, because it's never easy. And the first step and the first thought I always share with my clients is to think about how they are resisting the change or how they are dealing with the change. And the best approach is not to resist or resist the resistance. Why? Because change always comes with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things which we might not know, and that unknown creates the resistance not to make the first step, not to plan our actions, and that's usually the catch. So whatever change is there in front of us, being able to understand the environment, to understand the key factors of the change and to plan the steps makes our lives much easier. And that's the way how we became more resilient in the sense of managing the first step, being able to motivate others, being able to communicate the needed steps, the goal of that change to a lot of people around you, especially in the big organizations and especially if you are a leader or a CEO. And that uncertainty piece is really so relevant, not only from the perspective that there is a great communication needed and a great planning needed behind that. And of course, also the observation and managing that change. But uncertainty also leads to the fact that if we are aware of it and we don't try to resist it, then we can see as individuals, but as well as the organization, a lot of possibilities, a lot of options, how we can leverage from that change. And to be able to see the possibilities for the upcoming change, it's so relevant to understand the situation. And as a leader, as a CEO, it's your role and your responsibility to transmit and to communicate the change and the desired outcomes, the goals, but also the reasons and the rationales behind. For your organization, on the other hand, it's important for your employees, for your colleagues to understand that it brings a certain level of uncertainty, but at the end of the day, it creates a lot of new opportunities. So I would say if you put yourself and as an individual in the mood of honoring the change and being excited about the next steps, then you will not force it. And that's a completely different mindset. How do you enter it? And for example, if you are in front of a decision that you would love to transition your career and you are considering leaving your corporate job and entering the entrepreneurial world, then of course, honoring that path and making a plan around it and just having in mind the end goal, the aim, and the belief while you are doing it and the cause which you want to achieve, it will make your life much easier. Of course, there will be uncertainty behind it, but you will see options and possibilities for yourself. You don't necessarily need to understand what will be the pace and what will be the steps on that path, but having that end cause and desire behind it, why you are doing it and what you want to achieve, that's really important. And it comes from the mindset of not resisting the change, but understanding the opportunities in front of you and honoring that path you will go through. It will not only create and opportunities for yourself, but it will also enable you to manage expectations. And now that's the second piece, how you can navigate the change mindfully. If in organization, or if being a CEO or a leader, you're not managing only the expectations of your organization, but as well yourself. And imagine yourself being in the position that you really know that you have to quickly act, react, that you have to be responsive in every single particular moment. The thing here, which I always recommend to my clients, is to take time. Prepare really good instead of quickly reacting on things. Be prepared, plan it out, because you will have to navigate in between and managing those expectations of your colleagues and your employees, comparing those with managing your own expectations of the achievement, of the change, of the smoothness, of the engagement you would love to see during that, for example, organizational change. It's so relevant, and you can only do it if you take time to specify specific steps to understand the change curve your organization will go through, and on the top of everything, to understand your personal change and your curve of change, how you will go through it, to accept the emotions, to accept the feelings, and as well the successes and some downsides of it. That's relevant as well, because as soon as you accept it, the easier it will be to manage your expectations. And usually the case with high performers and successful CEOs is that you do set high expectations towards yourself and for yourself. And that's the catch. So it's not about your organization only. It is in the first and foremost about you, how you manage expectations, how you set expectations for yourself. And at the end of the day, also how you compare those expectations, not only towards your existing achievements you've done in the past, but as well towards others. And the comparison can be a big trick in that managing the change mindfully, because it's about you. And of course, you know, I always say that the comparison is a kryptonite of every single success of a career move or a successful organizational change. So don't put yourself in the situation that comparison will be your kryptonite and really slowing you down or enabling, not enabling you being able to manage the change mindfully and successfully. And on the other hand, also do understand that it will always require to find your own pace and the speed of that change, aligned with your own set of personality traits, your experience, your capabilities, and your competences as a leader, and also specifics of your organization. And that pace is relevant as well. Managing high expectations as a leader, as yourself, and expectations towards your employees, and then being mindful about the pace, the speed of the change. And if you manage not to compare specific situations to the previous experiences or to the external world, then you will do it your way and you will go out of the box, which will create opportunities for yourself and for your people to learn and to grow. And that's the third way how you can manage the change mindfully, is about minding your resilience, in the sense of really understanding opportunities, in the sense of learning and growing and understanding the change as an opportunity for you personally to learn, and of course for your organization to grow, and going out from that comfort zone, making that next step and get used to that change. It's really a huge step towards the mindful but as well successful changes in your organization, but as well in your own behavior, in your own approach as a leader or a CEO. And at the end of the day, remember all the big changes you've already done in the past. So you've done it before. Take confidence out from that. Don't make it a comparison thing, but find the self-confidence in that, and be brave and courageable, but as well mindful and engaging towards your people. Because if they are not engaged, the change most probably will not happen in such a pace or such a success rate as you would expect or plan for. And at the end of the day, as said at the beginning, it has a lot to do with not only being aware of the fact that you've done it in the past, that there were big changes in the past, that if going out of the box, that you will learn and grow. The really important piece of managing the change and being mindful around it is about you sharing the experience, and being resilient and mindful of your resilience is a lot about sharing your thoughts with others, your feelings, what you are going through, to your closest board members, for example, and sharing the experience in the sense of that they feel light, and that the effort which you are making and the energy you are putting in that change is something what will bring your organization to the next step, and something what will create experience for a lot of people. And being aware of the fact that you are not alone, that creates a huge space where you can build on your confidence and where you can build the engagement of the whole organization. Sharing has a lot to do as well. As soon as we share it with others, we hear it loudly, and then as we hear it loudly, we understand it different way, and it immediately creates the self-confidence. So if you are in front of that big career change, share it with somebody, not only for seeking support, but to understand where you are going through, to gain clarity out of the mess or out of a lot of opportunities you have in front of yourself. If you are a CEO or a leader in front of that big organizational change, share it, involve others, and understand the whole picture to be able to create a good plan, communication plan and action plan out of that, where your people will be able to manage their resilience level as well, manage their expectations, and where you as a leader will be able to manage expectations. And if you are in front of a big promotion or just took over a big new role, for example, a first-time CEO, then don't resist it. Don't go into that mode of fight and resist. Just take the opportunity and understand that being out of your comfort zone and being in front of the land of a lot of opportunities where you will be able to learn and to grow, and where you can validate your own feelings. It isn't easy. It will be uncertain, but did I desire it? Do I want it? Do I know where this will lead me? Do I know what cause at the end it will make? What impact would I love to make with it? And then, of course, go after the first step. And the first step is always the step closer to the change you want to make. And if you find this being valuable to somebody whom you might know being in front of a big change, then do share this video with them. And if you feel that what I was just sharing resonates with you and you would love to have a one-on-one free discussion around it, how I can guide you through your change, then book a call with me. I'll leave the link behind this video or below this video, and you can book it for free and have the discussion around the changes you are going through yourself in your career or which your organization is going through. I would love talking to you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. And yes, so 3 ways how to navigate the change mindfully. As I said, mind your resilience, not fight and resist, go with the flow and with the uncertainty, understand the opportunities in there, and manage expectations of yourself and of your organization. And always the best approach is to plan it in the communicational segment, but as well in the segment of how you take the next steps and what actions you need to take to make not only a successful change, but as well a mindful one. Take care for yourself, take care for your people and your organizations, and I'll see you next Monday with another episode of Executives Corner and another topic for CEOs and leaders. Thanks a lot for being here with me today. I appreciate your commenting, I appreciate your engagement, and if you have a question you would love to ask in private, then send me a direct message. Take care, have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, or a good morning wherever you're watching me from, and I'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. CET, same place, same channel, same person. Bye-bye. Ciao.